Oh, just got done with my morning walk, Mike. Now the big question is, I'll go back to that. Years ago, and actually recently, most people accepted the fact that you should actually stretch and warm up before you go for a walk.
But
But the big question
is stretching prior to walking actually helpful? So in this video, we're going to go over everything you need to know to have the perfect walking routine.
that's right, and then you'll know the real or the rest of the story. Guess who that's from? I'm Brad.
I'm Mike, and behind the scenes we have Bob, and together we're the most famous physical therapy team on the internet.
In our opinion, of course. Now, let's get right to it, Mike. We've got to talk about the research recently that has been coming up, and there's actually 3 points we're going to go through. You know the first one.
I don't know it, but research now shows that pre-stretching has little effect on actually reducing injury before going out for a walk, especially if it's longer than 10 minutes before you do it.
That's right, as well as post-stretching after you get done walking if you stretch a little bit with the idea that your muscles will not be so sore. That has been debunked according to research recently as well.
And the third point is static stretching, which is meaning holding a stretch for 30 to 60 seconds, can actually hinder the amount of strength you produce when working out.
That's right. So, what is the bottom line to the myth we should stretch before we exercise or walk? It is 2 letters.
What?
No,
Oh.
no. However, as therapists, as me personally, I still think there are good benefits. You still should take brief amount of time to do some stretching before walking. We're going to show you 3 stretches. The reason why has nothing to do with reducing injuries or increasing your walking time. But Mike, what does it have to do with?
Increasing your range of motion, so how much motion you have naturally without it feeling tight. It can help with circulation within your body, and it keeps your joints healthy because moving your joints is good for them.
That's right. So it may not increase things all the time, but it will help maintain what you already have if you have normal range of motion. It's a wonderful thing. You will feel better if you do a little stretch warm up before you walk as well as afterwards. So I think it's worthwhile. Let's go through 3 stretches for walking that I think are most important. Are you ready, Mike?
I'm ready.
There you go. Let's go.
So the first area we're going to stretch is the calf muscles and the ankle joint a little bit. Now, my version is a little more extreme compared to Brad's version he's going to show here. But to stretch the calves, what you can do is just go to the edge of the step. The forefoot or balls of my foot are on the step. And then I'm going to relax down, let my heels go towards the ground. I'm keeping good upright posture. I'm holding onto the rails for support. Otherwise, I'd probably tip backwards right now if I'm being honest. You can hold this statically for 30 seconds. If you're not feeling much of a stretch or one side's tighter than the other, you can certainly try it on just one leg. This is going to be much more of a stretch, I feel, just doing the single because all the body weight is now on one extremity. However, if you don't want to just hold this for 30 seconds, you can kind of do little oscillations, so kind of do some calf raises. This is more called of a dynamic stretch, so I'm going into the stretch and then I'm coming out of it as well.
Now, you might say, this looks pretty aggressive. I'm not hanging off the edge of a step. That's good. We're going to show you a much easier way to do it that a lot of people will probably appreciate more. When you do both of them, make sure you do this with your shoes on. Don't do it barefoot or stocking. Let's go to the wall. You can never go wrong. There's always a wall available. It's cheap and it works well. Both hands on the wall. Point your toes forward, not like this. It is critical. Look at those socks, huh? Yeah, I just got those for today. Stretch there. Now I'm going to have my knee tight or locked out straight. I'm going to stretch forward. This is the dynamic. This is my favorite way to do it. I'll do about 5 when I stretch like this. You can do up to 10 or just hold it for that 15 to 30 seconds. You know, if you want to go to a minute, you can, but that's a really long time. I don't have the patience for it, and it really doesn't help according to that research. Make sure you do both legs. If you want to do the advanced and easier option, you get an incline board like this. You can make one or simply buy one. They're quite cheap, and it makes stretching much easier. This feels really good. If you walk a lot and you don't have one of these, if you purchase one, I can almost guarantee you're going to say it was a good investment, and you'll be looking forward to using it every time before or after you walk. Now,
Brad,
what was that?
You forgot to mention the soleus calf
Oh,
muscle.
I'm not going to get into the soleus. They don't care. It's the calf muscles. Let's go on to the next one. Hamstring stretch.
We're going to stretch the hamstrings in numerous different ways. So in order to stretch the hamstrings, you have to straighten your knee out. Start with something lower when standing, like a bottom of a staircase like this. Hold on for support. If you're not feeling a good stretch, lean forward, keep a flat back, don't round like this. Again, you can either hold it for 30 seconds or you can kind of do some dynamic stretching, go forward for 5 seconds, come back out of it. If this feels way too easy, just make the surface your foot is on higher. Just make sure you have good mechanics and you're not straining too much with the stretch. You can get as high as you want. Brad could probably kick the ceiling. He's pretty flexible.
Not anymore. But it is nice to use a stairway, particularly if there's handrails for balance. You have adjustable levels that you could use for stretching, and you can do your ankles as well. If you don't have that and you find a place like this anywhere, like on a chair, if you don't have something to hold on to, get a stick or hand against a wall and simply stretch the same thing, pressure on, pressure off, 5 or 6 times, or simply hold it and relax. I forgot to mention, we really need to relax and breathe while you do these stretches. And the last one is this is one of my favorite stretches, is the deep knee lunge, which you can do on the stairs or you can do on a chair, something solid. Go ahead, Mike, start it out.
So for this one, you start on the first step. If this seems easy, you can progress to a higher step. So I'm going to bring my back leg back further, and I'm going to just lean forward and then come back out like this. For this stretch, I personally like to kind of just do oscillations or movements going forward and then back out. You can kind of hold it. Just try not to bend your back too much. You're not getting much of a stretch here. If I'm upright, I'm feeling much more stretch in my back hip flexor. So if I'm going this way, you're getting a nice deep motion in the front leg, and your hip flexors are stretching on the back leg. You're getting double whammy with both legs on this one.
Ooh, the double whammy. But wait, there's more. I can show you a stretch that gives you the triple threat or the triple whammy. Hold on. I have a stool exactly like this at home, by the way, and this is what I use. You got to make sure it's steady, or you're steady. Hand on something steady. Now, when you do it like this, you're actually stretching the ankle in dorsiflexion, which is really important. You're getting the knee to end range. You're getting the hip to end range on both hips. So it is really doing 3 joints that you use with weight bearing and walking and stretching critical muscle groups as well. It's a wonderful thing. Oh, what about noodling?
You can noodle, I guess. I don't have any noodles with me. But
Well, this is what I'm doing here, referred to as noodling, and it really helps that hip joint particularly maintain its range of motion, helps with arthritis, etc. So once you go through these, you can get through all these in less than 2 minutes easily, and simply take your time with it. It'll definitely make you feel better before you walk. I'm feeling better already. How about you?
me too. I just don't hit me in the face. That might not feel good.
I've got good control.
If you want to check out another video on how to improve your walking, you can click the video link on the screen. What incredible trick to improve your walking.
Yeah, there you go. Enjoy your walking and don't worry about stretching, but we think it's a good idea.
But, just kidding.
Bob and Brad, the 2 most famous physical therapists on the internet.